Hello, my little Luxes. Welcome to another Charsie Chats. I believe this is Charsie Chats number 21 already. I can't believe how quickly these are going, but at the same time, I kind of do, because I gave myself the easy way of just recording myself, letting myself go, letting it just be, and having lesser edits in the Charsie Chats, so it's easier for me just to create and to explore feelings and commentary on things going on around me, or just things I want to talk about. But yeah, I should probably say who I am. Hello, hi, I am cosplayer Charsie Lux. And today I am dressed up as Solstice, the Winter Witch. And thank you to everyone who helped participate and to vote for the name. I absolutely love having Solstice as the name. It is one of those as well that, yes, we have a winter solstice, but we also have a summer solstice. We also have a summer solstice. And summer is my favorite time of the year. And I guess my Winter Witch should eventually turn into a villain because I absolutely abhor and hate winter so much. But anyway, hi, hello, welcome to Charsie Chats. If this is your first time coming here, I am weird, yes, come welcome to the weirdom with me. And for the month of January, I am doing a theme of They Stir Below, and I've been talking about different movie reviews. I've been doing quite a few different ghost stories on my Scary Stories My Father Told Me channel, but I am on a roll. I am feeling really good, I'm feeling really motivated, which is a huge improvement for me, considering usually about this time of year, I am down, I am out of it, I am going through seasonal depression. But I'm not gonna let that get to me. I'm working through so much right now and being able to figure out things that are certain triggers to me and working through those instead of living in that torment over and over and over again. I'm finding positive ways to get away from it. And obviously my art and my hobbies are a huge escape for me. Telling stories is the best escape for me. And I've been slowly realizing that as I'm telling movie reviews now, they're turning into even me telling a story as I'm describing and explaining a movie. So I want to embrace that even more. I'm getting motivated and getting back into working into costumes. You can barely see it. I've been wearing it for the last few, but I wore this corset the other day, and every time I moved, it fell apart because it's pleather. I had bought this years ago, probably like 10, 12 years ago from Corset Story, and it's been in storage. So mind you, it's not like I've been wearing it all the time. I wear it here and there, but it's been in storage. I keep it in a safe space. I keep all my corsets in a tub, laying flat. And when I was wearing it, I started noticing like these weird bits were falling all over. And then that's when I realized it was this corset and it was falling apart. And as upset as I was at that moment, I'm like, oh, come on. I really, really like this corset. And I'm like, why is it falling apart all of a sudden now after all this time? I've worn it how many times before? Was it because of me wearing it to the Renaissance Fair that it got weaker all of a sudden? I don't know. But instead of just being like, I'm gonna toss it, throw it away, be done with it, I'm like, I'm an artist. Why don't I revamp it? So I stressed it even more, tore it apart, and I repainted it, and it is officially now a corset for my Winter Witch. So I will keep this corset, and you can do that with so much, and that's why I love being an artist. I love being able to create and to change things. I love being a closet cosplayer, especially with lack of money, lack of funds right now, that it's easier for me to take something that I have found and revamp it and reuse it. And then you have my fun little, see, what's weird is on the camera, it's like a mirror to me, so it's the opposite side of what I think it is. But my familia, my little familiar dragon, now we're just gonna call her Jewel. So it's Solstice and Jewel here. Now I didn't introduce her on any of my other videos, but whatever. She's a little surprise. Pretty soon, something new that I'm going to eventually start adding to Charsie Chats is that my friend Joel and I are going to start kind of like podcasting together. It'll still be Charsie Chats, but every once in a while I will pull him in as a guest here on my show that we'll just talk about anything and everything. Because that's what we do anyways. We will sit and we will talk about everything. And we'll talk about movies, we'll talk about politics, we'll talk about this and that. Love talking about comics, art. But at the same time, there are certain things that we'll steer clear of. I've already made the mistake several times talking about politics on here, but I know that there are certain topics to steer clear of because it's one of those where it's like people will just bicker, and we're seeing that happening right now on social media, that people are bickering, and it's over the weirdest, oddest things. And it's one of those things where it's like we want people to be able to feel what they want to feel, but at the same time, sometimes if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. What happened to that old saying? Treat others how you want to be treated. So I also have that feeling though too, that it's like if you treat other people like crap, expect other people to treat you like crap. I mean, but yes, I am to the point now. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it. If something upsets you or triggers you in an awkward way, just scroll past it. Like I've said before, obviously, if someone is blatantly being an asshole, is name calling, is doing all this shit, yes, obviously call it out. But this weird fight that is going on, especially through the horror community right now, is so unnecessary. It's just certain opinions, just keep them to yourself because you just sound like an elite dickhead. There, I said it. But I have the feeling, do whatever makes you happy as long as it's not hurting anyone. So if something that you post online brings you joy, do it. Don't care what anybody else says. Yes, what I love doing online, I love having conversations. I love talking to people about movies, about games, about cosplay. I just love talking about stories. And it's one of those things where if that's what you're into, do it. Don't complain about it online and be like, oh, I wish we could see this more. Then just do it. Start the conversation. And those who want to have the conversation will have it with you. If other people want to have funny memes or just make polls or talk about which movie, this one or that one, it's as simple of, if you don't like it, just scroll past it or mute that channel. If it annoys you that much, just mute it. But having this battle back and forth is just the most bizarre thing. And I get this feeling that people just want to fight right now. And we're aiming our anger at the wrong people. We really are. Instead of fighting amongst each other, why are we not banding together and just accepting our differences? We're all not the same. And no one's perfect. So, like I said, if you want more conversations online, start the conversation. Get into groups with people who have the conversation. But if you're someone who just wants to make funny memes or funny GIFs or make polls or just comparing movies, then do it. But don't fight amongst each other. And obviously, if someone is being a blatant asshole, call them out. Please call them out. But this unnecessary drama is getting ridiculous. And I am so glad that this wasn't happening last year, because my little brain would have just said, goodbye, I'm not coming back. But that's the other problem. We need the good people to stay. It's all the good-natured people that get run off the platform, because they'll see the drama, they'll see the hate, and be like, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this. But we need the good people to stay. And we just need to learn how to use the mute button, and the ones that are blatant assholes, we need to use the block button. Unless you're James Donald Adair Jr. and you think you can just keep making a new account and harassing people. My God. Anyway, I will keep saying that name to keep reminding people to keep looking up his name to see how many new accounts he has made. And hopefully, sometime soon, he will be permanently banned. But anyway, we will carry on. We will persevere. We will try and stay positive. And during this difficult time that is happening in the horror community, and I have a strong feeling that by the time this video comes out, that it's going to be long past that time period. And unless I put it up on Saturday or maybe even tomorrow, who knows? I love my Charsie Chats because they're easy to finish and to just kind of like put into the universe and be like, here I am. It's just funny because I record the movie review and my scary story before. So by the time I'm talking about my Charsie Chats, I'm talking about the other videos, but usually my Charsie Chats ends up being the first one I post because it's the easiest one. Oxymorons, I don't know, it's like jumbo shrimp, but details. But anyway, in peace and love, that I just want everyone to carry forward. Start being nice to each other. For the love of God, this is an unnecessary fight to have. When I saw the original post, my thought process was, yeah, I really miss seeing conversations online through the horror community and the mutant fam, and that I do miss having those conversations. But then that also gives the idea of you don't have to put other people down. And then it became also a fight on the other side where, yeah, then it became a he said, she said, and it just kept going back and forth. So please, be nice to one another. Let's be adults. Think of it in terms of, what if this was in person? What if these were people that you worked with? You don't want that space. Having a space where everybody is bickering and fighting, you're not going to want to work in an environment like that. Everybody needs to have communication and just agree to disagree, that just because somebody doesn't like something doesn't mean that the other person doesn't love it. So I'm just going to be kicking and beating a dead horse at this point. Anyway, thank you for listening to my TED Talks, and let's carry forward in positivity. I'll keep saying that. Continue conversations about the things we love and enjoy. And thank you so much for joining me here on another Charsie Chats. And please come follow me on my other YouTube channel for scary stories my father told me. And I have several other social media platforms. If you would like to come and follow me on there, I would love to have you join. And if you would like to help support me just a little bit more on my channel, please come join my Patreon. There is little wispy hairs getting in my face. Please come join my Patreon, and on the screen you can see a shout out to my Patreon members, and thank you so much for joining me there. And remember, I am the afterlife of the party, but I would love for you to come and join me in the afterlife of the party. And also, please remember to slay, subscribe, like, and always be yourself. And remember to love yourself for who you are. And self-love is the best love you can give yourself. Until next time, my little Luxes, and be nice to one another. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved. Just be nice to one another. And have a Luxy Charms kind of day. Bye! It's all the good nature excuse me.